shout out because I was bad.
Oh no, you didn't give your drum teacher a shout out?
No, I have to. Because I was supposed to have a lesson with him today at 1.
Oh, oops.
Yeah.
So
Oh, you didn't see what I posted for telling people we're going on?
no, I didn't.
Is somebody here?
I don't know. I'm going to look now. We're just gonna give it, you know, the usual minute that we have.
Yep. We could sing Flowers, Thistle of Scotland.
Thistle of Scotland?
Yes. Oh, the thistle of Scotland was famous of old. We its Tories say snoot, and its bristles say bald. 'Tis the badge of my country, it's aye dear to me, and the thought of them it brings the lick
We've given her too much
to
power.
my ear.
Yeah.
We let her have the world at her fingertips.
We did.
shouldn't have.
Hi, Cabby.
Cabby, hey!
We have 5 viewers, so I say we just jump right into
probably
it.
that time.
What do y'all think?
Yeah, because we're just sitting here on our phones.
Yep. Yeah, this is exactly what y'all want to see. It's just sitting here
I'm
like,
on
oh
my
yeah,
phone.
I'm looking at you guys, looking at us.
I'm looking at you, looking at me.
Yeah, looking at me. P90X humor.
Oh, Lord.
All right.
Hey, Music Monday! Woo!
Alrighty.
We're actually discussing trying to add a little more music to it because we know you guys love hearing us talk, but apparently you like hearing us play music more.
I don't understand why. I mean, gosh.
Steve and Julian have already been very busy today.
We have been. We recorded our rendition of Amazing Grace for a friend of ours whose mother-in-law passed away. And we're not playing at the funeral for social distancing reasons, but we still provided
Is
the
that
music.
why?
Yes, that is why.
Okay.
I assume that's
That's
why.
our story, and we stick it to it.
That's right.
Yeah. Alright, so today we're playing one of the sets that we marched to, which is the Badge of Scotland and Jimmy Finlater. We'll tell you more about them after we play them.
Yes, we will. They're marches.
Not bad, considering we haven't played that since Water Drop. The last time we played it was Mardi Gras Parade.
But we played it 50 million times, which is why we still know it
Yes.
so well.
Yes, indeed.
My problem is I usually play the bass drum on that, and I kept switching back and forth between the bass score and
Right.
when I play on the bowrin, which my bowrin does have a bass drum head on it because, you know, there's lovely things you can do with a bowrin. You can go all this little stuff, but when you've got bagpipes, it's because,
Ow.
hey, now you know how it feels.
You can wear earplugs.
I could.
You probably should. For those of you that don't know, we actually do wear earplugs whenever we're playing. Well, I do, at least. He's already deaf, so it doesn't
Got
make a
him
whole
on
lot of
right now.
difference.
What? Hey, look what's on my chest. I've got earplugs.
Uh-huh.
I wear them inside.
Yes.
Haha.
So-
Clap, clap, clap. Hey, Hunter.
Hunter, our nephew Hunter?
Yes.
Ah,
No,
cool.
my cousin Hunter.
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 I swear I've only had 3 sips of this beer, okay?
It's been a long day.
And
It's been a
Laura.
long day.
Ale pie. Yay.
Right.
Oh boy.
So, the
Craig.
tunes we played
It's time
were
for the historical section.
Oh, it
Yes.
is.
a wee bit of history for you. Badger Scotland was the first tune we played. It's a 2-part 4/4 march. And then we went into Jimmy Fenlater, which is a 4-part 4/4 march. Badger Scotland, also known as the Thistle of Scotland.
Which we just found out.
Yes, we were frantically searching for the history on this tune,
As usual.
as usual. It was composed by Evan McCall, which is interesting that we know that since he was born in 1808 and died in 1898. Yeah, it's an old tune.
Wow.
It was published in 1902. It's considered a patriotic song. Thistle of Scotland, Badger Scotland.
Thistle Scotland,
Ooh.
Flower of Scotland,
Can
Badger
I make a
Scotland.
brief
You
insert?
may indeed.
For those who don't know, the reason, or at least the legend, that the reason that Scotland's national flower is the thistle is that long time ago.
In a galaxy far, far away.
No, just a long time
Oh,
ago.
my bad.
Some Scottish folks were asleep comfortably in their homes while some invaders, I think they were Vikings, but I'm not sure, they could have been English, were trying to sneak up on them in the dead of night. But they were being barefoot, as sneaky people were, and they stepped on thistles and hollered loud enough to wake up some of the Scots, and they were able to defend themselves rather than falling to the invaders, and that's why the thistle is the flower of Scotland.
And also why the Thistle of Scotland is considered to be one of the front runners for the national anthem of Scotland.
Oh, wow.
So there you go.
So we sort of played the so
Cabby-
It is a possible national
Cabby says Cabby and Joey.
Yes, Cabby votes for Unicorn of Scotland.
I think so too. Don't you like that? How everybody's like, oh, my national emblem's going to be the lion, or we're going to be the gorilla, we're going to be the bear, and Scotland like,
Unicorns.
Unicorn. That's it.
yeah, we're unicorns because, and Wales is like, yeah, dragon.
Idagog. Like the one Welsh word I know, Idagog.
That's impressive.
Thank you. I also know
Oh.
Glindagadadi, which means I love you.
I love you too.
I was going to say, I'm glad she's looking at you. I might have had to slap her.
Oh,
So the second tune we played was Jimmy Fenlater. It's a much more recent tune. We think it was written about 1973. We also know the composer, a guy named Gordon Spears, who played with the Denver Pipe Band and then later moved, I believe it was to Kansas City that I saw. But he was born in Glasgow and lost his parents in World War II, grew up an orphan, was a reed maker. This guy had an extensive education in bagpipes, was a pipe major for a couple of different bands. And he wrote the Jimmy Fenlater tune. So,
Fenlater's a good Scottish last name. I was reading about
Oh, is it?
another Fenlater that played during. There was a lot of pipers in the World Wars, and
There were a
a
lot of
lot
pipers
of them
in the World
died. But a lot of they would strike in their pipes and draw fire half the time. It was there.
well, they weren't supposed to. After World War I,
You
when
weren't
so many of
supposed
them died,
Yeah.
they weren't supposed to fight in World War II. They weren't supposed to lead people in battle in World War II. However, I think we already covered, I think his name was McMullen. Who,
Oh yeah, Bill.
Yeah, who recently died.
McMillan.
McMullen? I'm not
McMallen.
sure.
McMullen?
Who knows?
McMillan.
Anyway, this guy
McMillan.
led the troops across the bridge, and he marched back and forth across the bridge while people were dropping all around him from German gunfire. And later they asked him, the Germans were asked, why didn't you shoot him? And they said, we thought he was crazy. We didn't want to shoot a crazy man.
That was really nice of them.
It was nice.
What am I drinking?
My beer?
I'm drinking
Do
a
you see
reasonably
this?
corrupt ale, which is
See what?
lovely. The black lager out of Shreveport.
What I was drinking before my mother stole it from me and drank all of it.
Every last drop.
Every drop
Just
is
one more. Let me see what you
no.
Hey, Marcia.
I'm drinking am drinking the Kingfish Ale from Chafunkta. It's one of the beers that they unfortunately don't sell at their tap room because they don't brew it at their tap room because they don't have a canning thing set up at the tap room. but it's one of the few defunct beers that you can also get in cans. Well, a 6-pack. You could just go to the brewery and get a giant 32-ounce can of beer, but that's a big commitment.
So Kingfish?
No, of beer, like of other beer. Like, you can get a 6-pack of Kingfish, or you can get a 32-ounce can of, like, Invincible or something.
I don't know, 32 ounces doesn't sound like much of a commitment to me.
I just have to
It
stop and
seems
say,
like a lot.
Small beer.
I want to say hi to Galen, because I haven't seen Galen in years.
Another.
Oh,
Oh,
hello.
yeah.
I remember Galen.
I remember Galen,
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. I think he became a 610 stomper for a little while. Don't know if that's still the case, but
Mhm.
Nick,
Bill is having a Guinness.
Bill, that's an excellent choice always. I hope that you took 6 seconds to pour.
I think
100,
pour
I
it
think it's
slowly.
196, and you pour half of it and let it settle for 30 minutes or 30
you
seconds.
don't pour a Guinness, you build a Guinness.
Yeah, it takes time to do a Guinness right, and you can taste the difference. You absolutely can taste the difference between a badly built one and a well built one.
You build a Guinness.
Yeah.
So, more music stuff. We're talking about.
Yeah, we're trying something a little bit new today, just because, you know, like I've said in every other video, we don't actually have a plan for this. So we're gonna try and put a little bit more music into Music Monday, and less us just sitting around and goofing off, by talking about what we've been working on a little bit as far as music things.
We're working a lot of new things. Hopefully, it'll be in place for this fall.
Yeah.
One of them is the new jig for me. What the heck is the name of that jig, Joe?
Which one?
We're back.
The curlew.
Yes.
The curlew is the name of it. That's the odd thing about bagpipes, or the universal thing about bagpipes. When I first started playing, I knew all of 10 tunes, maybe that many. I might have known only 8. And I went to a band rehearsal with the band that my instructor was part of, and all the guys were standing around saying, "Hey, do you know Green Hill to Tyrol?" And the other one said, "Well, I don't know, hum a few bars." And they'd hum a few bars. "Oh yeah, I know that, I know it." And they'd play it together. "Well, hey, you know that tune? Well, hum a few bars." "Yeah, I know that." And they'd play it together. And I'm sitting there with my vast knowledge of bagpipe tunes, thinking, how the hell do you not know the names of the tunes you're playing? And now that I know 100+ tunes and don't play them every day, it's like just happened. What the name of that tune? Hum a few bars. Okay. So anyway.
Yeah, what winds up happening to me, what happens to me a lot is actually somebody will start playing a tune, and I can't remember if I know the tune or if I've just heard it a lot, and so I'll just start playing it. A lot of times I've just heard it a lot. It drives him nuts.
Drives me nuts.
I know all of his competition tunes pretty much by heart because he practices them so much that I've just learned them by osmosis. Like, I hear them in my sleep.
Really frustrating when I've worked on a tune for 6 months and she says, "Oh, what are you playing?" And then she plays it better than I do. It really kind of pisses me off.
To be fair, Dad, I play everything better than you do.
Not P-Rock.
Not yet. So, did you want to play a couple bars that curl you, or, as much as you're
Well,
over?
not really, but I guess I will.
Yep.
There's a process here.
Yep. So, for those of you that may not know, this is a practice chanter. It's what we learn all of our music on. It's just the fingering parts because the other bits are a lot more difficult to try and control while you're trying to read music and stuff.
It's easier to memorize when you're not having to think about your breath and your arm and standing up and moving and all of that. If you're just sitting down playing, it's a lot easier. So I'm just going to play the first few bars of this tune. Excuse me, because I don't know it that well yet.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Something like that.
Something like that. That's pretty much it. It just needs to be cleaned up a bit. I haven't played it for a long time. Several
Yeah.
weeks. So,
Yeah.
What about you?
I've been working on a hornpipe for competition purposes. I'm not actually going to compete with it until I move up to grade 2, but my teacher says that if I practice, which I haven't been, but that I can move up to grade 2 within a year.
Nick is not on the
and if
list,
you
right?
compete.
Nick is not on the list. No,
Okay.
Nick does not watch these videos. I meet Nick once a month because he is one of the best teachers that money can buy, and I don't have money. So, because I'm in college again. Anyway, so I meet with him once a month, and he gives me things.
There goes that old, the college fund from the tip mug thing.
Yeah, that was the WBC doctorate fund.
Yeah.
Apparently the picture is flipped left to right, and you can't read our t-shirts. Mine says original beer drinking t-shirt.
Mine says higher, farther, faster. It's a Captain Marvel shirt because I love Captain Marvel.
Yours says
Mine just says Chafuncta.
We're not sponsored by Chafuncta. We just really like them.
also they are a mile from our house.
Also
Yeah.
that.
That's why we like them. It's easy to stumble back home.
So I'm not going to play the whole high level for you right now, but I am going to play y'all the last part of it because the last part is really, really fun. I was thinking about just cranking up full pipes.
Go for it.
I don't like your chanter anyway. That's weird. The last part, I was actually told I could play it in 2 different ways. There's a competition version and a fun version, and I will do once through of each. If I can remember it. Let's hope I can. Ideally, it would be a little bit faster than that, but I'm still working on it. But the fun version has just a ton more burls in it, and I love burls.
So Cabby commented that she thought the practice chanter was a recorder. And it looks a little bit like one. We don't have a recorder sitting around here, do we? I'm sure we do somewhere.
Used to.
Not
But
here, then
basically
the
a
other.
recorder, if you'll notice, the mouthpiece is different. It's a long mouthpiece, whereas a recorder has that little
And-
dip,
and
that kind
a
of
recorder,
a flat place.
A recorder doesn't have a reed. This has a reed.
Correct.
Right. So, Mom, what are you working on?
You know what? It's not near as exciting, but I'm working on 5-stroke rolls. I have been doing 5-stroke rolls in paradiddles, and basically
This is a Scottish snare, by the way.
This is a
Well, a Scottish
Yeah.
snare. She's learning Scottish snare.
But basically, a buzz counts as 2. So if you buzz, that's 1, 2. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Except if a 5-stroke roll is actually faster, like that, or even faster. But I've been practicing them.
Where's Ed? Ed's not on it.
He's watching.
Is he watching? And as a matter of fact, I just wanted to give a shout out to my wonderful drum teacher, Ed Best. He's very understanding.
Suck up.
When
good.
Laying it
when
on
I
thick.
forget that we've scheduled a lesson for a different day. But yes, I'm working on 5-stroke rolls,
Isn't that
and
what
I'm
you have
also
a calendar?
working
It's
on
the 6th tonight.
paradiddles, which is paradiddle, except I found out that there are double paradiddles and triple paradiddles. So a double would be paradiddle, and a triple would be paradiddle.
I still want to know if there's such a thing as a paradiddle diddle.
I think there should be.
There absolutely should be. If that isn't a thing, you need to make it a thing.
Yes.
You could be Pam, the inventor of the paradiddle diddle.
Ha!
Say that 10 times fast.
But the important thing to know is if you play a musical instrument, it's important to practice your basics, your rudiments. You know, if Steve has trouble with a crinlore, he'll sit there and do a crinlore over and over again. I have been playing 5-stroke rolls for a while, but this makes me go back and clean them up. Anyway, practice is important, and if you're playing a loud instrument, which bagpipes and actually Scottish snare, quite loud, it's okay to practice on something just a little not loud.
But it's important to not
Oh gosh.
get, stuck. That's the word I'm looking for. Stuck playing on the quiet thing because you're afraid of the loud thing because it makes so much noise and you're not used to it.
You know,
As heck.
earplugs are in. I've got my earplugs in.
All right.
I'm sorry, were you
So we'll
talking?
change the subject a bit. In answer to Gabby's question,
Cabby.
yes, whatever. If you look closely, you can see the difference in the size of the holes. This one
Where's
is
that?
a bagpipe chanter, and it's very loud. All right. This one is the practice chanter. The holes are very small, and they're very soft. You can play this while the kids are sleeping. So that's the difference between the two chanters. This one with the big holes and the loud noise goes in the pipes. The other one does not, and it has a mouthpiece that you blow directly into instead of having to put this in a bag. So,
Yeah.
Cool.
education.
Yay!
It's a good thing.
Okay.
I just tried to share our live feed on my personal page, and I just accidentally shared it on Haggis Rampant again.
Oh no.
Managing multiple pages is hard. I'm just saying.
It's
All right.
it's
So,
hard for you.
are we done then?
I guess
think
so,
we're
because
ready.
you have a lesson
Well,
and like,
be-
how does it feel? Ugh.
Give me my beer. You don't want me to have to beat you.
Here at Haggis Rampant, we do not condone domestic violence.
No,
Anyway,
not without consent.
well, I mean, that's not domestic violence. At that point, it's just kinky.
It's true.
Well, that's true.
Anyway,
All right. So,
on that note, why don't we play it again?
Sam. So these tunes are very similar, as we've said. They go together because they're similar. So
can you signal?
huh?
Can you signal when we switch to?
I'm gonna try.
I can do it. Can
you?
I'll do a bounce or something.
Okay, Jillian's going to do a bounce
Or something.
when we go.
I'll do
from-
something ridiculous. You'll know it when you see it.
When we go from Badge of Scotland to Jimmy Fenlater, she'll do a bounce. One of our pipers in the pipe band we play with. This is her all-time favorite song.
Yes.
These two tunes actually are very different. So if you pay attention and listen to the format of them and the notes, you actually might be able to hear it yourself.
Or you can just sit back and enjoy the music and let us tell you things. There's been a lot of education today. Wait.
Ah!
Wait. No. I still want to have my hearing.
Got mine on. Can I scoot in? Excellent. Thank you all for tuning in. It's always great to see your names pop it. It was really cool to see my family from Georgia.
Yes, we do love that.
Yes.
And college friends.
And college friends.
I will
All of
say
that.
this every
and
time
Breadfast friends. And
until I start hearing things from you guys. Tell us what you want, please.
she needs your validation.
It's not that I need your validation.
Oh, yes,
No,
and
he needs your validation.
True.
not on this.
I-
I know I'm
Anyway,
the
we
best
just
one.
want to make sure that we're giving you what you want to hear.
RenCruise.com.
Oh, yes. Tell them about the Red Cruise.
Still going on.
Ren Fair in November. We are still waiting to see what happens with the pandemic.
But we are planning on opening.
So far, we are planning on opening, and if the fair opens, Haggis Rampant will be there.
And if not, we'll probably just start doing Music Monday in garb.
Yep.
Or not. I don't know.
Oh, like you would ever pass up an opportunity to wear a kilt
Ever.
in your life.
You do have a point.
Even once.
Like the woman who's wearing a corset is volunteering to put on guard for the people. What is wrong with you?
I'll just wear a kilt and nothing else.
Ew.
Anyway, like Jillian said, if there's something that you'd like to hear us talk about, I know sometimes y'all comment on these and we don't get back to it, and I apologize. I know William asked about a retreat after we played
Green Hills.
the Green Hills set, and I keep going, Steve, answer this question.
Oh, well, I don't know if he's on, but I can always
He
go
was
back
earlier.
Retreats are typically 3-4 marches. Ed Best can probably, explain it better on the chat. But 3-4 marches are typical
Make it work.
retreats. And back in the day, the Scottish Army used the bagpipes much like the United States Cavalry used the bugle in the Indian Wars. So, you had your advances, you had your retreats, you had your charge, you had the tunes that you used just to get people from one place to the other. It was a very useful piece of
Music.
very interesting instrument because it was so versatile and it was so loud. Everybody could hear it. Back before the days when everybody and their mother had an air conditioner outside, causing noise pollution, you could hear the pipes a lot further than you do now.
Also, William, I do see your request for Itchy
It's
Fingers.
his second request.
Is it really?
Yeah.
For this?
No, he requested a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, I get next week off.
No, you don't. You know how to play Itchy Fingers. Don't even give me that.
William,
He
you
gets
have been
lazy.
heard by the people that can do it for you.
Yes. It's not our fault that certain drummers don't tell us when you request things. Not
Some
hard
drummers.
enough.
Some drummers.
Anyway.
I wish I'd have said it. I thought it.
Like related or something. And live
Or
together
something.
or something.
Hi,
So-
guys. Then I guess
Keep us
that's it.
posted. Let us know. It's great to see you. And
Yep.
if I didn't call out your name, it doesn't mean that I didn't see you were there. But thanks for being here.
You're the last one on the camera.